Hello friends, this is Bast here. I am making an updated video on how to make molten armor and tools since my last video actually gained a lot of traction and people actually still use that as an accurate reference, and I'm afraid 3 years later that's just not the case. So what I'm going to do today is demonstrate what's an effective way to mine molten or get molten armor and tools safely and efficiently and progress into the hard mode tier. Obviously I'm already in hard mode tier, but that just makes it easier for me to show the basic steps you need to get everything rolling. So let's just get started. Alright, so the first step you want to have in a game of Terraria is that you are safe. So typically that begins by with armor wise. Right now I've got very high tier armor, but what you would ideally want is at least gold or platinum armor. Something that'll keep you safe in hell. All these enemies like that appear on screen right now, like flame imps and demons later, but that we don't have to worry about that. Mainly flame imps, the bone worms. You're gonna want to have to watch out for these dangerous enemies that are going to cause you issues. So the main thing you want is gold armor, a bunch of rope, and then this thing that people typically call a elevator. Basically, from your base, you have a straight fall down into the planet, and you're not going to be likely hit by any monsters. It's just a straight path down, so you can go directly to hell and come quickly back. Optimally, you'd also want a magic mirror so you can quickly teleport out. You want some, you want at least 20 mana. So, and a couple of health potions, a nice weapon, and you're all set really. So you just, depending on your world, small world I think it's 1,000 feet to the bottom, medium world 2,000, large world 5,000. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course, but eventually you'll get to this molten type of looking background and you'll know you're in hell. The music will change. One thing you'll notice immediately is the ashy, city-colored, or these city-like buildings, the hell ore right down here, and a bunch of lava, of course. And, of course, all the enemies like hellbats and such. You're going to be wanting to pan through these towers, going inside of them, and looking. And exactly here's what we find, what we need. You take your axe, and you dig up this thing. It's called a hell forge, and in your inventory you'll just say can be placed, and it's a material. So the only two real items you'll need for your equipment are an iron anvil, which you can place down, and a hell forge. You can also use a lead anvil if your map spawns with lead. They're basically the same thing, and you'll want these two items so you can start preparing to build your armor. So each bar is crafted at this hellstone, at this hellforge. Each bar requires 3 hellstone ore and 1 obsidian. Obsidian is made by running water over lava. We'll talk about making that shortly. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show the water lava trick, so you can easily get tons of obsidian, and you'll have no problem with that. Mining hellstone, though, is kind of tricky, because hellstone ore procures lava, and we'll take a demonstration of that very shortly. One side note that I failed to mention is that at the bottom of your elevator pit, you'll either want to have like a cloud in a bottle, a grappling hook, or some sort of water, so you don't immediately die when you hit the ground. So moving on to our actual hellstone, what you'll notice is that when mining it, it'll actually make lava. So the solution to that is you either, excuse me, these annoying mobs. You'll either want to get obsidian skin potions or an obsidian skull. I have neither. I actually crafted myself an Ankh shield, which does the same effect as the obsidian skull. But on the screen I will display right now both the crafting recipes for both the obsidian skin potion and the obsidian skull. Basically the obsidian skull is, to my knowledge, still 20 obsidian. You just bring it to your forge and you can make it. And then the obsidian skin potion is just an alchemy bench. You just craft it there. The obsidian skin potion is actually far superior because you're actually allowed to dive into the lava, versus the obsidian skull just allows you to stand on top of the fiery blocks of hellstone with immunity to fire damage. Alright, so Molten Armor itself is the strongest pre-hard mode armor. Typically used as a tank or melee set, it provides 25 defense and 17% extra melee damage, and a nice cool fiery glow trail effect whenever you run with it. It takes 10 bars for the helmet, 20 bars for the breastplate, and 15 bars for the pants. So it totals 45 bars, which will require you to get 135 hellstone ore and 45 obsidian. So right now one can see I have 137 hellstone ore and 155 obsidian, so I'm plenty covered by that. So you can see that I could even build an obsidian skull. It's right on the side of the screen, 20 obsidian, easy. I don't need to build it because I already mined this stuff, but now we can craft the hellstone bars. So I'll just get 45, perfect. So now I'm right next to the iron anvil. I can build all three of my materials. I can also build a couple of other things, the summoning staff, the molten pickaxe, the molten hamaxe. I'll display all the other crafting recipes on the screen right now, because they're also very good to have, they're very handy. I do like the molten pickaxe, it's very strong, it helps mine your hellstone even faster. I also should add that you should at least have a platinum slash... I believe you need a demonite pick or a platinum pick to mine hellstone ore. It'd be very hard to do it without, because you just die to lava. But now we can just craft the helmet, the breastplate, and then the pants. So all our hellstone went away. We can put it on and take off our pants, our shirt, and our headpiece. And I mean, dye is pretty irrelevant, like, no big deal. You can still see the flame effect. I can hover over. Each part gives me a different part of defense, 17% extra melee damage, and that's how you do that. So the other thing I'd like to mention is actually our water and lava trick, so I'll demonstrate that now. So all we need to do to set this up is water, lava, and buckets. To make buckets, all you need is 3 iron bars. To craft some buckets, I'm going to place them in my inventory. So normally, let's just grab some lava real fast. Let me teleport down to my lava trap and grab some lava. There we go, and then let's go back. So normally, if one puts lava over water, we can see what happens. So let's drop it down. We'll drop one bucket down for now, and we'll see that. Oh, typically obsidian is made. So that renders you very little obsidian. But what you can do is build an arena like I've built right here. So I've got a square little box, and one side is like filled off, and the other side should be filled off ideally too. But then you make like a little L here, like 1 by 1 by 1. So you have a 1 block here, and then the rest is just the drop off. So what you do then is you take your bucket of lava, and you will just click above here numerous times. And I messed up real fast, but you'll be able to see it in a second. Let's get rid of my other bucket by placing it in one of my chests, and then I'll show you what I mean. So what you can do is just keep clicking, waiting a second, clicking, and if you'll notice, I start generating lava. You have to have like sort of a rhythm to it. You can't just, you have to wait for lava to fall. So what this does is it'll try and disperse lava equally on other sides of your little gravity fall off here, and one side will fall in the water, but the other side will sort of sit in that little well. So if you ever misclick or make a mistake, you can pick that lava back up on the left side, but the other one just generates you lava. So essentially you can do this with both water and you can do it with lava. Water just works a little faster because lava teleports slower, but essentially this contraption I can set up with both these liquids, and then once I have a bunch of lava, I can just set some water on top, and then start mining the obsidian into the, like, I just place a layer of water over it, and then I can just infinitely place water over it until that's enough as I want, and then I just mine as much as I desire. And that's how you do the water lava trick. As you can see, I start with 1 bucket of lava and end up with, I don't know, like maybe 12 buckets worth so far, and I've just been clicking for a little bit. You can even set up a macro on your mouse and go away for a couple of like 20 minutes or so, and be careful not to overflow, but essentially you'll have a ton of lava in here. So if I want to just dump the rest of the lava in there, I can grab a little bit of water, start doing the same thing, and multiplying the water out, and it'll start making more lava, more obsidian, and then I can just come down here, mine it all, stand back up. I don't want to mine it all because you basically get the concept. It's very easy to manipulate this to get a ton of water and a ton of lava and ultimately a ton of obsidian. So if you have a tough time finding obsidian down in the depths, you could always like find a surface pool like this one up here, dig a elevator underneath it with some breathing apparatus, bring it to a lava pit, and then just dig to your heart's content. You kind of do that anyway building a elevator, but this is essentially the concept, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright guys, I hope you appreciated this video. I had fun making it. If you could like, comment, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. And please mention if you would like to see any additional Terraria content, any sort of updates like this, because I have never really realized that my old video had gotten as popular as it did, and it was really outdated, so I want to make sure that if people have any questions, I can deliver. So if you guys like would add in the comments or personally inbox me, I'd really appreciate it, because I'd love to make some more content. But that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you next time.